Lovely, lovely ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sirs and madams, dudes and dudettes, welcome to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today, I'll be reacting to 4 more anime openings, and if you are new to the channel, the way I run these reactions is we read a bit of the backstory for each of the different animes and the openings associated with them, and those backstories are generously provided by Amy P. the Sincere. Everybody put it in the comments. Thank you, Amy, for being awesome and for being so sincere today. So she provides the information, the backstory, we read about it, we understand what we're about to get into, and then after reacting to the opening, I'll provide my notes, provide a rating, and by the end of the reaction set, we will have potentially a definitive winner for which of the 4 were the best and rank them accordingly. But remember, this is all subjective, so I encourage you all to comprise and come up with your own tier list today. But all that to say, I'm thankful to Amy, and shout out to the kids, Alex, Aria, and Corbin. Y'all are awesome. All right, so let's jump into this. The first anime is from Mob Psycho 100. This is the second opening. Amy writes, "This is about an 8th grader, Shigeo Mob, who has tapped into tremendous psychic prowess at a young age. But the power quickly proves to be a liability when he realizes the potential danger in his skills." Power becoming a liability. What is that? That's the great power comes great responsibility kind of quote. Choosing to suppress his power, Mob's only present use for his ability is to impress his longtime crush, Tsubomi, who soon grows bored of the same tricks. The number of dumb things that men do for their crushes, it's so endearing, isn't it? I love it. I'll do the same. In order to effectuate control on his skills, Mob enlists himself under the wing of Reagan, a con artist claiming to be a psychic who exploits Mob's powers for pocket change. Now, exercising evil spirits on command has become a part of Mob's daily monotonous life. However, the psychic energy he exerts is barely the tip of the iceberg. If his vast potential and unrestrained emotions run berserk, a cataclysmic event that would render him completely unrecognizable will be triggered. The progression towards Mob's explosion is rising. However, all Mob wants is to live a normal life. He even joins the body improvement club at school. What a cool guy. The series explores themes of identity, self-discovery, the balance between power and control, and the importance of emotional growth and self-acceptance. Wow. Sounds exciting. Let's check it out. The song is called 99.9 Mob Choir, and this features by Mob Choir, I guess, and then features Saju Nohana. Let's begin. Yeah. One word, bass. This whole thing was so bass heavy. It almost like took my attention away from some of the other instrumentation that was happening, which granted wasn't as pronounced. Like if there was guitar work, it was not very noticeable. I would say in terms of what occurs to my mind, we started with bass being the most obvious, culprit or driving force of the song. Then second would probably be the drums. Then third would be the vocals. For me, I love a good melodic vocal line, so I don't think we really got that here. But what is to be appreciated about the song is the consistency with which the bass was utilized throughout every single section of the song. There was only one moment at maybe the ramping stage, the 35-38 second mark, where the bass sort of dropped out and it was more so focused on the female vocalist, but then the bass came back and we had all of that heaviness that followed. So where do we rate this? I think it's got to be somewhere between the 7s and 8s for me. Again, my bias is I love melody, so whenever the vocal melody is a little bit more flat or less dynamic, I tend not to give it in the 9s, which, you'll have your own preferences for that. But because of the consistency, I want to narrow this to 7.6 to like 8.2, which I guess is not as much of a narrowing as I would have hoped, but it is somewhere in here. That is definitive. So this is like the 2 standard deviation confidence interval, and the mean is somewhere in here. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out if this is statistically significant or not. Oh God, what is happening in my brain? Let's check out the second opening here. This is from an anime called Pet, which I've actually done a previous opening reaction to. Let's read about it here. So, in ancient China, martial artists have developed a psychoactive technique that allows its users to enter the subconsciousness of the human mind by manipulating their enemies' memories via their peak. Hold on, let me try to unpack this. Martial artists have developed a psychoactive technique that allows its users to enter the subconsciousness of the human mind by manipulating their enemies' memories. So when they're entering the subconscious of the human mind, is it any human mind or is it specifically of their enemies? Like, can they access their own inner machinations of the mind? Memories via their peak, where their most treasured memories are visible, and their valley, where their most negative memories are suppressed. That's interesting. Later, during the 21st century, an organization called The Company are tasked with retrieving and securing the descendants of said martial artists by turning them into pets, mindless hitmen against various targets who might pose a threat. Wow, that is a bit ironic, no? Because the people who had the ability to incept the mind of others are now turned into just useless hitmen dummies. Kind of like being a sleeper agent, except all you do is sleep until you become an agent when called upon. Tsukasa and Hiroki, a master/pet duo who goes by the name Tsubushia, follows orders from the company as they slowly begin uncovering its secrets. Their power has been used to cover up mysteries, top secret cases, and even assassinations. These powers can not only destroy other people's spirits, but also erode the user's heart at the same time. Okay, it's good that there's like some trade-off with utilizing this power. Otherwise, it would just be OP, right? And breaks the flow of the universe that they create. The users had to protect their fragile and insecure hearts as if chained to each other. They are called pets out of fear and disdain. Interesting. So the term pets also is a form of suppression and outward hatred or animosity towards the previously skilled martial artists, which I guess they're still skilled, but again, they're like numb to their own identity. Very interesting plot. Let's check out the song. This one is called Cho no Tobu Suisu by TK from Ling Tosite Sigur. We have done a reaction to them before. Let's begin. Love TK. Just typical TK vocals. Oh, cool. Love it. Look at Oh man. Dude. Oh, TK, man. It's not in the 8s. It's 9s for sure. Definitively 9s. How high do we go? I think we're already just solid 9.3. It's like 9.3 all the way to like 9.7. I don't know why I've decided on a plus here instead of the normal dash for the range. God damn, they're good. TK, man. TK. I love his vocals, and everything surrounding him helps ramp it up. That moment where the chord changed, I want to listen back to it. It was not what I was expecting, as I'm sure many of you were not expecting that when you first heard it. Like, when that chord hits, I feel like we're about to get a massive drop into a typical hard rock chorus, which would have also worked beautifully, but it was a red herring, if you will. We built even further past that, and then when the chorus really hits, oh, chef's kiss. 9.3 to 9.7 is not even right. This is 9.4 to 9.7. I feel like my heart rate was like 100 listening to that. That's amazing. All right, let's check out this next one here. Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. Bit of a long title there. The Witch from Mercury marks the first mainline Gundam series to air during Japan's Reiwa era, the first mainline production in 7 years since Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, which we have actually done a reaction to an opening from this anime here. And the first TV series in the franchise to feature a female and LGBTQ protagonist. The anime revolves around capitalism and political corruption, stylistically inspired by Shakespeare's The Tempest. I'm not familiar with this one, unfortunately. With elements from witch trials, which inspire the titular Gundam technology. What does titular mean? I always have to look this word up. Holding or constituting a purely formal position. Huh? Hold on. Holding or constituting a purely formal position without any real authority. I see. So it's kind of like a fraud, put simply. Oh wow, let's check it out. This one is a song called Slash by Yama. Wow.
らしくない感情のお前が嫌いだ悲しい言い訳をしていつもヒロインを演じてるお前を憎んだ涙なんて性に合わないだろう鏡に映る本当の何もなせないままの時に筋を打った最初からI
That is so cool. The beginning threw me off because it felt like we jumped into the middle of the song, which it's fine to do that. I just sometimes it feels like instead of going from 0 to 100, it's literally starting at 100, which can like throw somebody off, threw me off momentarily. So like for that reason, I would probably refrain from giving it in the nines. But melodically after, once we reach that like chill part of the, I guess, second intro, everything from that moment forward in my mind was perfection. I guess you could have gotten some extra points if you had a little bit more of a pronounced bass. This is always an easy plus 0.2 to get. So where are we? We're like in the 8 somewhere. I would say probably like 8.4 to 8.8 out of 10. This needs to go here. And a 0.2 would definitely be given if the bass is more pronounced, but I also feel like with a more, and weirdly enough, I'm going to say with a more standard intro, we may bump this up again another 0.2. So in my mind, this had the potential to definitely make it into the 9s, but I think we got to give it in the 8s. And I think if that is the case, if those 0.2 plus 0.2 would put it in the 9s, then it cannot be 8.4 as a floor. It has to be at least 8.6. I think that's where I go with. So it's a bit of a tighter range on this one. Love her vocals though. And there's one chord in the chorus that will be hard for me to point out, but I notice every single time it played, the notes that she was singing, there was a very interesting resonance produced from that, I guess, interval. Almost like she was singing some kind of suspended chord. It's hard to catch in the moment exactly what they're doing, music theory wise. But I like this one, definitely in the 8s for sure. Solid so far. And this is going to be our last opening reaction now of this reaction set today. This is from an anime called Noragami. Kind of sounds like origami. Noragami follows Yato, a minor god with no shrine. A minor god is like what, a demigod? Who strives for fame and recognition. Yeah, he teams up with a human girl, Hiyori, who is frequently separated from her body. What does that even mean? She's like dissociating constantly. And Yukin, a wandering spirit who becomes his weapon. A lot of interesting friends, to say the least. Their adventures lead them through the world of gods, Ayakashi, spirits, and humans, where they face various challenges and uncover secrets about their past and the nature of the divine. So it's almost like okay, not almost like, but somewhere similar to Percy Jackson maybe? Because I believe in Percy Jackson, all of the kids are demigods and they sometimes interact with humans and they become their friends and they all help out trying to understand like the world of Greek mythology implanted in the modern era. Ay. Let's check this one out. This is a song called Hey Kids by the Oral Cigarettes. Let's begin. really interesting. It definitely like gives me a bit of an electric funk vibe, which I wasn't really expecting actually. I like the vocal melody throughout this whole thing. I think the electric guitar is doing a lot of work here, and there are these really subtle shifts in rhythm that make me feel like at any one moment I could like be headbanging pretty quickly, and in the next moment I would headbang at half speed. And I don't know what science there is behind headbang speed and whether a song feels intricate or not, because overall it feels all in the same tempo, so the BPM never really deviates all that much in my estimation, but the way I feel the rhythm definitely changes. What do I rate this now? Because we gave a 8.6 to 8.8 here where the bass was super heavy. I'm honestly like inclined to give this the same rating as number 3 here. This 8.6 to 8.8 range feels right for me. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So let's start at the top. We had Mob Psycho 100, which we rated a 7.6 to 8.2. This had the widest confidence interval. And now that I think about it, because of how bass forward this actually was one of the more unique songs out of the 4 that we did here today. But I think melodically outside of that, we are missing a bit. So for that reason, I think we have to even cap this range to a 7.9, and I'm willing to take the median here. So this is going to be 7.75 out of 10 for me. Number 2, Pet, this opening here with TK, LTS, just, I think whenever I see this name, I'm just going to know this belongs in the 9s. Everything I've heard from TK has blown me away, and this was no different, no exception at all. See my notes, TK, 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 TKT, TK, TTK, Time to Kill. Yeah, this was really cool. This gets 9.7. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. TK is my guy. That's the best one of this reaction set. Then we had Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. The range, again, 8.6 to 8.8. Give it an 8.7 to ease our analysis. And then we'll do the exact same for Below as well. 8.6 to 8.8 gets us an 8.7. So I guess the way this kind of went, we started low relatively, shot up like the stock market did back in like December, and then kind of like is tapering off now, which isn't one-to-one with the stock market now. What's happening in the stock market is like a collapse and then like a slow rebound, but a lot of uncertainty. I'm not uncertain here. I think this range was very tight, so that's why I say it's not a one-to-one analogy, but it just makes you wonder, makes you think about what is going to happen next. What is the next anime opening set going to bring us? If you are curious about finding out, I would encourage you to hit the subscribe button. If you're enjoying my reactions, all that good stuff, it is a whale of a time over here getting to discover all of these new animes, the songs that surround them, and the best part about it all is when you listen to an opening that you really like, you can find a full-length version of that same song, and that's kind of been the blessing in disguise for me doing these anime opening reactions. So if you guys are interested in requesting a reaction yourself, I encourage you to hit the link in the description box below. That is the best way to support my channel. Does it get annoying whenever people like ask for likes and subscriptions and comments? Because I'm pretty sure every YouTuber ever asks the same set of things. At this point, it's like implicit, right? Why should people beg constantly if everybody in the YouTube watching population knows you should probably like, subscribe, comment? It's kind of useless at a certain point, right? You've said it enough. It's kind of like when your mom says like, drive safe. Not that it's a bad thing to hear, but like, I know I'm going to drive safe. Appreciate your moms. I don't know where this reaction is going. I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.